Cleared for takeoff, Columbia Regional Airport is expanding its destinations.
Plans for the park, what Albert Oakland Park is planning to improve its facilities.
And fair weather, Governor Nixon talks about the drought in Sedalia. KOMU 8 News at 6 starts now.
From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News at 6.
Columbia Regional Airport travelers will have one more destination to choose from soon. Good evening, I'm Mary McGuire.
And I'm Jim Rick. Thanks for joining us. Mayor Bob McDavid announced a nonstop flight twice a week to Orlando, Florida. The Frontier Airplanes jet will seat 138 passengers, which led McDavid to announce another change.
We need to build a new terminal. This Airbus seats 138 people. We don't have room for 138 people in the waiting room right now.
This will be the third destination available for passengers. Delta flies to Memphis and Atlanta. McDavid says the city will continue to make expansion plans.
And it didn't take long for the news of today's announcement to reach travelers at Columbia Regional Airport.
KOMU 8's Matt Noonan joins us live from the airport with reaction to the announcement. Matt.
The people I talked to today are pretty excited about the addition of flights to Orlando for a number of reasons. The flights will be equipped with DirecTV in every seat, and people like that. They also like that Mizzou fans will have easier access to travel to Gainesville, Florida. That's for when the Tigers travel to take on the Florida Gators down in Gainesville. You can probably expect to see a few extra Mizzou fans making that trip now. Now, I also spoke to a travel consultant that says Orlando is a very popular destination to combine business trips with family vacations.
Orlando is a very popular conference destination, and a lot of people tend to go to a conference there because they can bring their families along with, and then the families can visit Disney World, SeaWorld, Cape Canaveral.
Frontier is promising introductory rates as low as $79 each way to and from Orlando. But a quick check of their website today could not find any of those fares for the first few flights currently scheduled here at Columbia Regional Airport. Reporting live at Columbia Regional Airport, Matt Noonan, KOMU 8 News.
The son of a Columbia grocer headed to federal prison called on President Obama today to commute his father's sentence. Shakir Hammoudi is due to enter federal prison August 28th, but his supporters are trying to reduce his stay. KOMU 8's Matt Evans joins us now in the studio. Matt, what are they doing to try and help Hammoudi?
The friends and family of Shakir Hammoudi began circulating a petition a few months ago that now has more than 3,500 signatures. Hammoudi is the owner of World Harvest Food Market in Columbia and a former University of Missouri nuclear scientist. A federal judge sentenced him to 3 years in federal prison for violating federal sanctions after he sent more than $200,000 to family, friends, and charities in his home country of Iraq from 1991 to 2003. One of Hammoudi's sons says his father's actions were strictly humanitarian and don't warrant time in a federal prison.
I will definitely miss my dad, and I hope to be able to see him and the rest of my family to be able to see him very soon.
When I went to the store today, Hammoudi and his sons were busy preparing for his departure. While he is in prison, one of Hammoudi's sons will run the store. Hammoudi's son says the petition will be submitted to President Obama around the time his father's sentence begins. For more information on the petition, you can visit KOMU.com.
The Boone County Sheriff's Department is asking for help identifying the man who stole 2 gold coins last week from the Veranda Antique Mall on I-70 Drive southeast near Route Z. Surveillance cameras caught the picture of the man after he used a walking cane to deflect the other security camera. If you have any information, you can call Crime Stoppers at 875-TIPS.
Columbia police are warning about a scam targeting senior citizens. They've received several complaints about a person claiming to be a Medicare or Social Security Administration representative, asking for personal information such as Social Security numbers, birth dates, or bank routing numbers. The department offers these tips to avoid scams. Never send out money or give personal info to unfamiliar numbers, companies, or persons. If you call a number back and the message doesn't state the name of the company, it's probably a scam. And hang up on people asking for personal information.
Well, temperatures warmed into the mid and lower 90s as a cold front got ready to push on into central Missouri this afternoon. And since then, we've seen a little bit in the way of precipitation, just a trace over at Columbia Regional Airport. Some folks saw nothing. Others saw a little bit more than what we got here in the city of Columbia. Now here on satellite and radar composite, you'll notice some scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing mainly down in the southern portion of the viewing area. As we move on into your early morning hours tomorrow, it's going to be a little on the cool side. Back into the middle and upper 50s for that morning time low, and then upper 70s for tomorrow afternoon's high as the sunshine returns. More details coming up.
A small grass fire briefly shut down St. Charles Road in Columbia this afternoon, one of many in the past few weeks. In fact, the long, dry summer was a topic again today as Governor Jay Nixon held a drought emergency response meeting at the State Fair in Sedalia. Governor Nixon and representatives from the Missouri Division of Fire Safety, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and the Missouri Department of Natural Resources discussed the measures Missouri has taken to cope with the summer's drought. More than 800 fires have affected approximately 10,000 acres of land in Missouri since the drought hit. One firefighter says extra precautions against fires are well needed.
Some departments are sending multiple units on first alarms when it shouldn't take that much, but especially with the heat that the past couple of months that we've had and then the drought conditions as well, it's been astronomical how bad the fires have been.
The meeting took place at the Missouri State Fair Volunteer Fire Department. Today also marks Firefighters Appreciation Day at the State Fair.
Donors will make sure a rally to support Muslims in Joplin will be held after a fire destroyed the Islamic mosque earlier this month. Several donors contributed about $2,500 this week to fund the rally, which will feature speakers and entertainment. The Islamic Circle of North America, a Muslim relief organization, donated 500 backpacks to Joplin to show support of the Muslim community. Police are offering a $25,000 reward for information about that fire.
Albert Oakland Park in Columbia is set to see some changes, and Parks and Recs wants the public input. KOMU 8's Sebastian Martinez is at the park to tell us what some of the changes would be.
Well, they'd be doing a number of things, especially here at the ballpark. Now, over here, they'd be widening the dugouts and adding in new fencing. And now, if you look down there, they'd be adding in a couple brand new scoreboards. Over at the tennis courts, they'd be adding in 2 public restrooms so that visitors to the park wouldn't have to use the aquatic center's restrooms. And the city's allocated $275,000 for this project. Now, work on the project would start in the 2013 fiscal year, but first they want your input. Now, you can give that input at tonight's meeting, which will start at 6 in the Arc on Ash Street. Reporting live in Columbia, Sebastian Martinez, KOMU 8 News.
Well, from Goliath to Nelson, from The Simpsons, bullies have always been a problem.
Later, we'll tell you how mid-Missouri schools are trying to fix that problem.
Plus, a helping hand, Mizzou athletes pitching in to rebuild Joplin. That's later in sports.
The cloud cover looks to move out of central Missouri, leaving us mostly sunny to end your work week and significantly cooler. I'll have all the details coming up next in my forecast.